Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hoeneß is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Sneijder, and Seedorf! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And it's Lahm. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Sneijder. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hoeneß running with intent. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. Incoming delivery. Oh, well played. Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely weighted ball. Roberto Carlos. Very nicely done.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, shooting chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is flagged offside.
Italy definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And that was asking for too much. Seedorf. Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Makelele. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Sneijder. And it's Lahm. Here's Makelele. Sneijder, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Seedorf. Hoeneß. And here's Mbappe. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, good climb! And it's in! Arsenal are level. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Foot in. No way through. Ernest is someone with real dynamite in his boots. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Mbappe! Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Seedorf. This looks promising. Looking for options for movement. And here's Ibrahimovic. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ernest. He's had a shot! It's very disappointing, it has to be said. Seedorf has found the net here, of course. Rummenigge is onto this. Marcelo, that is lovely. That is a superb rearguard action. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Arsenal really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Arsenal kick off the second half. Arsenal do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as...
Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Schneider.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Looking for the run, and this is Bale, and he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hoeneß actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Seedorf.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Sostituzione per l'Italia.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Numero 20, numero 10, Seedorf, numero 6, Schneider. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
And it's been taken short.
Bale.
And it's
Il
Lahm.
numero 7, il numero 13.
And this...
Neymar. Attenzione, un cambio.
Italy have the chance to go the other way. Marcelo, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Neymar. Bale. Oh, super ball. And the finish! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, well played. Plenty of numbers back. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. And he's cut it out. Now it's Hullet. And it's Bellingham. Played out towards the right wing. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Now that's a lovely exchange. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival, Roberto Carlos. Eze. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good effort! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers. Little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Makaleli. And he's quick to return it. Lahm. Lahm delivers. And out it comes again. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good.
Oh, he's having a go! And that could have brought them level.
Del Piero clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Makaleli.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Saliba. Bellingham. And it's Bale. Into the last 5 minutes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Del Piero. And this is Del Piero.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Schneider looking to play him in. Saliba gets across to intercept that. So that's it. It is all over. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Bale, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. What a turnaround. Victory from the... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid.
Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
Seedorf deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
No, that was never going to make it. Hernes. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's run loose. And one more try! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Lahm clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This looks promising. And he's well positioned here. And the finish! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And it's Seedorf. They want to be quick to recover this. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Lahm. Ibrahimovic receives it in a good position. Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's been quick chance! Goal! Arsenal! Simplicity itself.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive.
Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that. Italy always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini wins the duel this time. Nesta. And it's Roberto Carlos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Vieira. Played through into space. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it's Seedorf. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Nunes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Makaleli. That's a little off target. Seedorf. Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Lahm. Ronaldinho, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's had it taken off him. Hernes. Roberto Carlos. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. And a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ronaldinho venturing down the left. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Ronaldinho.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Makaleli is the distributor-in-chief. Oh, that's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Arsenal leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 20, numero 10, Seedorf, numero 23, Ronaldinho, numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 4, Bale.
So the action resumes.
Il numero 13.
Arsenal
Neymar.
definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel.
And a chance! That is delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Italy restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hernes has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Italy are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Almost an hour gone.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Now it's Mbappe. Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Eto'o. And he welcomes it in. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Roberto, in he goes again. Goal! Arsenal! And they get themselves in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 5.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Arsenal with the lead. Makaleli. And it's Thuram. Cruyff.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Eto'o. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Now here's the delivery. Oh, important interception. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Cruyff. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, it's come loose. Neymar. Bellingham, real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Italy really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Throw it. He's got away. Pull it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Yaya Toure. Great work on the overlap. Takes a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Makaleli. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Thuram. And this is Bale. Oh, he's played it in low. And it's been hooked away. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Lovely feet.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Hazard. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Chance! Oh, and the referee says that is it. Arsenal proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. Hernes. Roberto Carlos. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cruyff. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mbappe receives it in a good position. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Hit! And he's there to clear it. Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Ronaldinho with the short one. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get it? Shot, surely! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. And he's gone backward. Can he finish? Oh, it's come loose. And one more try. Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Arsenal with the lead. Passing nice and neat. Ibrahimovic gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Half an hour played now. And he's quick to return it. Seedorf's delivery.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Thuram. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Ibrahimovic. He's in a great position here. Tries a shot! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Hullet. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And here's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. That has not gone well. Half-time getting close now. Hernes is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Looking for the run. And this is Ibrahimovic. Chance for a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ronaldinho. Seedorf. Vieira. Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Arsenal are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. Gets us going once more. Roberto Carlos. And he goes cross-field. Lahm charging forward down that flank. Seedorf. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cruyff. Seedorf. Has found the net here, of course. Seedorf. Now Hoeneß. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gattuso has created one goal already. Oh, that's a key interception. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos. Crosses it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 5, numero 15, numero 17, numero 23.
That could spell trouble. Another throw-in.
Seedorf. Lasciano il campo per il numero 4.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Gullit. Opts to... Oh, he's having a go!
Il numero 22.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So we've reached the hour mark. And here's Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! Goal! Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Sneijder. Sneijder going face-to-face with his great rival. Lahm being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Azar. Now it's Eto'o. It's a good run, this, one that is high in energy.
Eto'o clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Gattuso, and the counter is on. Pelé. Good ball, good take. And it's been hooked away. Italy have their second corner now. They've played it short. Schneider. Here's a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he can thump it away. Bellingham finding himself in space.
Italy really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bellingham. Good running, strong and purposeful. Pullet proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's delightful. He's picked his way through. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's rising! In he goes again! And he's stuck it away! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. And it's Lahm. Oh, sweet feet. Yaya Toure! Oh, it's a vicious effort. And the number on the board is 3. Turns back here, probably the best option. Gattuso. It's a pretty loose pass. Pelé. And this is Dembele. And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Arsenal definitely impressing me here.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He won't be happy with that one. Hoeneß. Now, can they get him all? And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Hoeneß plays it short. And that's a throw-in. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Over to the right flank, and it's Seedorf. And he welcomes it in.
Clarence Seedorf is good enough to mix it up there with the best on the planet.
In practically every position.
Yeah, he can perform a whole number of roles in keeping with that Dutch trait of total football, and he can have the swaying influence here too.
Now it's Gullit. And Gullit! Sneijder! There was plenty of power on that. They've played it short. And here's Ronaldinho. Thuram. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hoeneß providing an outlet on that flank. Towering header! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Sneijder plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he is deftly... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something that...
It's Ibrahimovic! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And here's Roberto Carlos. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Eto'o. Eto'o will not... Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense. Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
And it's Ronaldinho. Hernes has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Makelele. Ferdinand. Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's neat. Swung over. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Makelele. Arsenal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Eto'o. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pass somewhat off target. Makelele. Ronaldinho. Looking for a corner. Italy have their second corner now. Oh, good effort! That's going to go a long way.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
It's Makelele. And this is Sneijder. Very nicely done.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through? Looking to play him in. And that's been drilled in. And a chance! And he's stuck it away. And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. And that is indeed the final act. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Arsenal are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So the action resumes. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good spread. Thuram. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's a good run he's making out on the left. That is good strength. Pull it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He has found the way through. Seedorf. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And it's Seedorf, aimed beyond the... And the finish! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 21.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Arsenal now in a position far more desirable.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Numero 4. Bale. Il numero 8. Il numero 13.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Cambio di giocatori.
Not the most accurate pass. Maldini. Bellingham. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next... He's had a shot! And it's in!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Azar. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Araujo is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Messi. Bellingham. Oh, it's Dembele.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
And this is Gullit. Lahm. Gullit. Decent chance! And it's come back out to him. Well taken goal. Some heroic goalkeeping. but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper, couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Yaya Toure. Thuram producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That's an imaginative pass. He's through here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Makelele. And it's Neymar. Eto'o venturing down the left. And it's Bale. Makelele. Makelele cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
That is lovely. Eto'o is onto this. Neymar. Could move up a gear here. Bellingham. And it's Gullit. And no, that was never going to make it. Eto'o with a definite foul there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played towards the other side. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were...